I saw this video. I saw that nigga Schelp posted a video with Chris Hansen. What the fuck? Roblox, take a seat. We watched the other videos about Schelp that he posted. So I'm low-key curious what this could be about, bro. This is the whole Predator shit. This video gonna be good. I haven't seen it yet. I'm curious. This video kind of tough. I'm never dropping an OF, bro. Don't ever ask me that again. Don't ever ask me that again.
We filter all the text and the voice, where we monitor for critical harms, where there's no image sharing or any of the things that might happen.
I haven't seen this yet, me neither.
I want to start off by saying that
Schelp dragging it? Aren't they trying to sue Roblox?
We share this view, and we know that
don't pause too much, please. When do I ever pause too much? I barely pause when I watch videos.
Welcome them as part of the dialogue about how to keep Roblox safer.
I want to highlight we have always had safety as one of our top priorities, and we're not waiting for.
Are there subtitles on this? Oh, they're auto-generated.
Innovated with age estimation on our own because
what's up, Cosine?
Keep people on our platform.
Wait, did I post on TikTok? I think I did. Yeah, I did.
This whole situation is kind of crazy.
Everybody go donate to this boy.
Fortnite did this with Apple, but that was different though. That was about like money. This is about pedophiles.
Fortnite did this with Apple.
Yeah, they actually need Schelp.
I'm wishing Schelp the best.
Roblox, you need to do something.
There's got to be something done.
Nobody at Roblox.
What could Roblox even do?
I'm frustrated, man. I'm
obviously. Okay, I'm already pausing. Okay,
frustrated.
Y'all fucking yapping, bro. I'm a fucking
steps to prevent predators from getting caught.
But what could they do though? Like,
Roblox has just lost $12 billion in market value following their
12
response
bill?
to their cease and desist letter against me. Just for context, I'm someone who's gotten
that's
6
actually,
predators
like,
within
really
their community arrested in
What's up,
real
T-Bone?
life. That loss, though, isn't on me. It's a direct result of Roblox's own response to its child safety
That's
crisis.
crazy.
Instead of
12 bill is
addressing
nutty.
the real issues, Roblox has doubled, tripled, even quadrupled down. They've put out statements after statements painting me and my team as reckless vigilantes while claiming that their platform is safe, when it absolutely is not. People are just
Roblox
seeing
might
through
get banned
this,
in the
and that's
UK?
why a
Where'd you see
huge
that?
movement has started online called Free
yo,
Schelp.
niggas, wait, was he outside of the Supreme Court?
Safe, when it absolutely is not. People are just seeing through this, and that's why a huge movement has started.
Niggas is pulling up
online.
to Washington, bro. Niggas is pulling up to Washington with free Schelp signs. Jeez.
Called Free Schelp. It's been trending
This shit is
everywhere.
real
Multiple
serious.
members of Congress have now called out the company's child abuse problem, and the Attorney
State?
General
Where y'all
of
seeing state?
Louisiana has filed a giant lawsuit against the company for, and I quote, prioritizing user growth, revenue, and profits over child safety. The day after the Attorney General's lawsuit was filed, Roblox's market value dropped by $12 billion. In response, the company scrambled to roll out new policies targeting the very not safe for work games featured in the lawsuit and my videos.
So
Like,
is
for
that why they
instance,
deleted
Bathroom
podcasts,
Simulator.
bro?
Mind you, the community has been calling out these games for years now. But still, even after everything, instead of removing these blatantly inappropriate experiences, Roblox simply slapped a 17+ label on them. They also launched a ban wave against some of the worst games they've knowingly hosted for years. Games that have led
Yo, I'm still mad. I'm still upset. Hold on.
a 17+ label on them. They also launched a ban wave against some of the worst games they've knowingly hosted.
I'm still upset I never got to play this game on stream, bro. Because I heard that there were a lot of like age regressors in this game, bro. And I feel like that would have been great content, like trolling them, bro. That would have been great content, but I never got to play that shit, unfortunately. What's up, Grip?
For years. Games that have led thousands of children to
should've
getting
tapped in,
extorted, and worse. Roblox's actions are nothing more than damage control for the problems they've allowed to fester, when the entire community was screaming at them.
Sakura is over, what the fuck? Yo, KZ. KZ, you are a grown-ass man coming into another grown-ass man's chat telling me that Sakura is over. Now, gently ask me and tell me if I give a fuck, bro. No, KZ, tell me if I give a fuck, bro. You did the same shit yesterday when you came in my chat telling me that Marlon lost his football game. Nigga, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And then, yo, what be wrong with niggas? Yo, mods. Mod, what are you typing? Yo, mods, start. Mods. Oh my, like, yo, what be wrong with niggas, bro? Oh my god.
To fix these problems. And the community
This
saw.
look, there's another Dollhouse game up with like 400 players. Jeez, bro. Niggas can't handle anything getting taken down that they can take advantage of kids, bro. Yo, Roblox needs to do something, bro. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. If Roblox doesn't do something, I'm gonna do something. And that's that. That's all I'm gonna say.
The messenger was an act of war. Shortly after these changes, Roblox released a video so bad that it was community noted on Twitter twice. David Baszucki, the CEO of Roblox, Matt Kaufman, the chief safety officer of
Vote for
Roblox,
president?
and Eliza
Who in this
Jacobs,
chat would
the
vote for
senior
me if I
director
ran
of
for
product
president of the
policy,
United
did a
States?
45-minute
I generally think I
Most
could
of
change the
this is
world
just corporate jumbo,
if I was in
but
power.
they go ahead and respond
I almost
directly
want.
to their
I used to want to be a
vigilante.
politician, bro. I used to want to be a politician. There's this one politician, I forget his name. But it's like John something. But he was like around in the civil rights movement, and he was a senator all the way up until he passed away, R.I.P. But I would have been like him, bro. I would have been like him. This was all AI. This apology.
Policy. Before I show this, I want you to remember, I'm the only person that Roblox has targeted with this vigilante policy that they just created. Not even my team was moderated or given any legal letter. I begged for a clear line and even offered to keep much of my work private to help, and I'm no way obligated to do that, but instead, they went straight after me, moderating my accounts and sending a cease and desist before I could even react to the policy. And let's be clear about one thing, I'm not a vigilante. That means I'm taking the law into my own hands. We work with law enforcement, which is why we have arrests. Roblox refuses to say my name because they'd have to acknowledge those arrests. But make no mistake, they're responding to the outrage, which is about me, and this is what they had to say about it. They first start off the interview by talking about how vigilantes
Wait, I don't get it.
started
So was
out
the
as a
script
good thing.
AI or was
Both
the actual
inside of
video
Roblox, and I
apology
think
AI?
that there are lots of people outside of Roblox.
No
who
way was the
really
video AI.
have the best intentions and the welfare of our community at heart. We all want to keep Roblox safe. And you know what?
The
We
video?
welcome them in part of the dialogue
Huh?
about how to keep Roblox safer. And we have members of the community in these vigilante groups that started off in a really good place. They started off by saying like, hey, they're reporting on issues on Roblox. They're talking about how we could do better. And you know, we paid really careful attention.
This statement is just laughably hilarious. If Roblox is really paying attention, then what about when my mom emailed you guys about my own shooting case? What did you do then? Nothing. Actually, you kept paying the guy for years afterwards until
did
you were
say in the
literally
last video
forced
that
to
he
do
got
something
groomed on
about it.
Roblox.
If what Roblox was claiming was actually true, them listening to the community, why are the biggest content creators leaving your exclusive YouTuber program in protest of how
They
you're
were to
moderating
follow
your
seagulls?
platform? And I'm gonna actually bring up something later in this interview to show you how much of a
Why
joke
is
this
Johan
is.
not
This year is
streaming?
Meep
Nigga,
City,
I don't know.
one of the most controversial games on Roblox. Creecraft, one of the largest Roblox YouTubers, joined this game and within 4 seconds was exposed to not safe for work content. The community has been complaining about this game for almost
I'm not gonna lie though, I did see a Dreamy Bull avatar on Roblox the other day. Some of y'all were probably in that stream. I was playing podcast, a nigga had a Dreamy Bull shirt on. That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, Roblox gotta do something ASAP.
decade now. But Roblox has still continued to leave this game up and
With
platform
the dick?
it. CEO
I
David
think
Baszucki
there was something in his mouth. I cannot confirm or deny whether or not it was a penis, but there was something in his mouth. It was Dreamy Bull with his mouth around something that was phallically shaped, but I don't know what it was.
mentions this game by name, and here's their philosophy on this.
You know, I can see some of our
You gonna stop playing
community,
Roblox?
naming
Nigga, no.
experiences on Roblox and just say take it down, take it down, take it down.
But
I'd
they
say
should do something about
examples
this,
could be
though.
Meep City, for example. Can you share, like, why should that be up? Should that be down? Like, what's up?
I think one thing that's really challenging on this global immersive interactive platform is that we have content created by developers and creators and content created by the community, by the users that are in that game. And one thing that we really try to do is be fair to our developers and to not moderate them for the behavior of their users.
How is this a crazy math problem? This
The
is
voices
so
do sound a
simple.
little AI,
The
but I
creator
just
of
don't
this
see why they
game
would even take
wants
that
these
risk of
people
doing
in their
AI
game.
instead of
How
just
is
filming
this
it
even
themselves.
controversial? The developer is giving the tools to the player to make this inappropriate content. And that is the problem with Roblox. Roblox turns a blind eye unless the developers are blatantly making not safe for work games. And even then, it is still on the line if Roblox will take action. Roblox
No,
might have
actually,
just
right.
went back on their word regarding Meep City. This game had every inappropriate feature removed from
Yo, what Meep City? I never played it, but I remember this game used to be like super big. Like, don't you just collect like little monsters? What could they have possibly been doing inappropriate in Meep City? Meep City used to be wild. What was niggas getting down in Meep City? Hello? What could possibly be this like nasty in this game?
it pretty much overnight. It's unknown if Roblox made Alex Neutron, the creator of Meep City, do this, but either way, it shows the
Strip
public pressure.
House parties, Diddy part. Yo, what? They were doing Diddy parties in Meep City? people would have yo, bro. Oh my, yo, what is your name? Fova slut. Bro, yo, what is your name? You know what, bro? That's a tough name, bro.
Is working.
No,
Games
that's
that
crazy,
Roblox
though.
is doubling
That's crazy,
down on
though.
are folding. So that's why it's really important to keep speaking up about this.
Then we saw something change. What we saw is that some of these groups started engaging with the community in ways that violated our policies.
I don't know if this
And so
should. Never
let
mind.
me
I'm not saying
explain
that.
like what that means. They
A
would
few
go
days ago, a
and create
predator tried
accounts on
to
Roblox.
take advantage of me, and I'm not lying.
claiming
What's your
to be a
opinion on that?
child.
Roblox
That's
keeps
disgusting,
repeating
bro.
the same talking point that I'm
It's
impersonating
way too easy
and
for
pretending
kids
to
to
be a
get taken
child.
advantage
Here's
of
the
on
reality:
Roblox, I'm
you
not
have to
gonna lie.
pretend to be a child because if the predators knew they were talking to an adult, that wouldn't even be a crime.
A lot of it, I feel like a lot of it comes down to the parents. At the end of the day, a lot of responsibility is on the parents to monitor what their kids are doing online. Obviously, Roblox has to take initiative too, but like, you know, if a lot of parents are just let their kids be online willy-nilly, just doing whatever they want, and you know, that's like leaving your kid at free reign, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to protect your kids, I feel like.
I seem to be more
takes
upset
effort.
that I'm pretending to be a child than predators are decoys. And if it wasn't our decoys, it would be a real person. It's also worth noting that the FBI, ICAC, and local law enforcement all use these same exact tactics. Would Roblox be willing to send them a cease and desist too? And their claim
Kids are
that I'm
sneaky, but, like,
impersonating
still.
children is flat out false. Impersonation
Gotta
means
make the
I'm
effort as a
stealing the
parent.
identity of a real
Obviously,
child.
you
From the
can't
very
control
beginning,
everything, but
we've
you
never
can at least
used real
make a
kids.
difference.
We don't send pictures of real children, and we create totally new identities where every single photo that's sent is of
me
someone
too,
that
what
is
do you mean?
of age. The only difference is we tell these people that we are underage. This is flat out a lie, what they're claiming. But what happens next is so wild that the CEO of Roblox
Was it good
cuts
ghost
off
dad?
the chief safety officer.
And then they would enter into game servers and they would go and start asking everybody around them, how old are you? And they were seeking out adults. If you said that you were, move on. But if you said that you were 25, then they would start engaging in conversations and they would try and use those conversations to simulate.
Matt, is this
What? Wait, is he trying to like persecute like the vigilantes that were going into games like finding predators? Like saying what they were doing is wrong? It's kind of weird.
like though? Because I know we have chat logs for all chat on Roblox and historical records. Are you able to kind of?
David totally derails that conversation. That statement is probably the most wild made by Matt Kaufman in this whole interview. To simulate what, Matt Kaufman? Because it's not
I'm not gonna lie, I think y'all are
simulation. These
tripping. I don't think this
predators
shit is
thinking
AI.
that they're talking to someone that is real, and they a lot
good
of
at it.
times want to show up in person and do stuff to them in
It does
real
look
life.
robotic,
and in my
though.
opinion,
Like, the way
this
they're
shows
talking and
how
shit.
little Roblox actually cares about
Should've
this
shaved your
problem.
eyebrows?
They
Yo,
can
I'm
say
good,
whatever
bro.
they want. They can talk about all the new safety features that they're rolling out, but it means nothing if lawsuits are being
he's gonna
filed
show me?
every
Okay,
single
good.
week against the company, and headlines are making the media about a new horrible situation happening because of this platform. I also want to say how they totally mischaracterize how I run my decoy operation. We are never the first to engage with any
good. Thank you for the follow, good. Thank you for the follow, Goddess Felix Raymond. I didn't mean to click your whole name, bro. Goddess Felix Raymond. Wait, am I slow? Wait, but Goddess is for females, but your name is Felix. Are there girls named Felix in the world? Hey, shout out for the follow, Felix. Shout out, yo. Shout out, Felix. What I was saying though, how does it look robotic? How does it look robotic, but it's not AI? Have y'all ever heard Mark Zuckerberg talk before in an interview, bro? That nigga talks like an android, bro, but he's a real human at the end of the day. That's all I'm saying.
of the predators. They always contact our decoy account first.
So we saw these actors,
Or at least
they're
we think he's a
pretending to
human.
be kids, they're
He could
trying
be
to
some
find
other shit.
adults, and then what they're doing is they're trying to move the conversation as quickly as possible to other platforms that don't have the type of monitoring
No, I
and
said
policies
sound is
that
robotic.
Roblox has. And then they were using that activity that happened on other platforms.
Yeah, Mark
to
is
create
neurodivergent.
situations.
Actually, no, I think he denies being neurodivergent, but like anybody with a brain can tell that I'm pretty sure he does deny it.
That they would then video, they would report to the police, and then only after would they let Roblox know.
Roblox is accusing me of encouraging adults to talk inappropriately to people they shouldn't. That is not true, and if it was true,
Like,
I wouldn't have a
How do you
single
lose
arrest.
$12
We present
billion
ourselves as a
in your
naive
stock
kid
value from
who
banning
doesn't
this guy
know
and this
about
whole
these
controversy,
topics.
and then you
Crimes
go
like
on on public media and give a statement doubling down that they're in the wrong for catching predators on your app. Like who? I'm just curious who signed off on that. Like in the higher ups.
This should
like that's a good
obviously be
idea.
reported to law enforcement first, not Roblox. If Roblox is notified before the police, they can delete accounts, tip off the predators that are being investigated, and give them a chance to erase valuable evidence that the police need to prosecute. The fact that these predators are on the platform to begin with shows that their safety systems have failed. If Roblox did their jobs, there wouldn't be anybody for us to find. Roblox also claims that I'm not gonna lie
though. Okay. I'm not gonna lie though. Do you mean psychologists or investors? No, I mean people that are actually like internal. But I'm not gonna lie though, and I'm not defending. I'm trying to be objective. I keep hearing him say, if Roblox just did their jobs, if Roblox just did this. Has he given like any actual like things that he like changes that he wants to make, like specific changes that he wants Roblox to make to help with the predator problem? Like has he given any ideas? Because I'm not like defending. I'm just trying to be objective. Like it sounds like he's like telling them, you know what I'm saying, to do shit, but he's not giving any actual suggestions.
Players to other platforms, but those platforms are linked directly on Roblox's own site. Roblox has actually even partnered with some of those platforms. They even own a bot on that other platform.
Okay, that's
anyone can
a little
make
crazy.
An account
That's a
13
little
plus
crazy.
and see social media links on Roblox. And unsurprisingly, people in real life have been abducted because of this feature that Roblox allows. And when
Roblox
they
should not have a
creating
connection
these
to Discord
situations,
whatsoever.
just
That's not a good
insulting. I'm
idea
not creating
in any way, shape, or
situations.
form.
These predators are trying to grab people within your community.
And there's a bunch of issues in here. Number one, the violation of our policies about being honest about how old you are. Number two, moving conversations off platform. And number three, waiting to tell Roblox when they identified violative behavior to come
When
and
the
tell
dating
us so we
update
can
comes
take
out, that shit is
action.
not coming out.
In Matt Coffin's own
If
words,
Roblox
in
drops a
articles
dating
about
update, they are losing
vigilantes,
all of their
he
stock
said
value.
law
They're not
enforcement
stupid enough to
officials
do
are
that.
best
At least I hope
positioned
they're
to
not stupid enough
investigate
to do that.
potential crime. So why is he criticizing us for going to the police first? And it's not like we're not even reporting these things to Roblox. We do. We give Roblox the same Google Drive that we give to the cops. They have the first chat log till the very end where they're in handcuffs. And we have numerous fully documented instances where Roblox refused to take action until after we released videos that got millions of views. Also, waiting to tell Roblox in general is a policy violation? If you were on Roblox and went straight to the authorities instead of reporting it to Roblox first, could you technically be violating Roblox's terms of service?
I think
That's
some of these
crazy.
groups started off in a really good place, and they started off, really, and they
What
still...
about Roblox is so endearing for Preds compared to shit like Fort? Well, I'm sure there's Preds on Fort too, but you got to think about it. Think about how easily accessible kids are on Roblox. Literally, you can make any account, like no verification, anything, just go on any game, like a game like Meep City, I guess, like people were saying. Just go meet a little girl or a little boy on there, tell them you're also a kid or whatever, and prey on them, bro. Like, it's so easy, which is really scary. I was saying this yesterday. That's such a scary thought, and that, like, makes me worried. Like, if I was a parent and knowing all of this, I would be, like, so scared to let my kids be on shit like that.
do really care about the community. The actions that they were taking were putting our community at greater risk and were violations of our policy.
He says I'm putting the community at risk. Roblox even went as far to accuse me and my
He said
team of being
he's putting the
similar to
okay, that's
predators.
crazy.
Think about that. They're implying
What? They said they're similar to predators?
far to accuse me and my team of being similar to predators.
Similar to actual predators, they often impersonated minors, actively approached other users, then tried to lend them to other... Are you... Yo... But they're doing this to grown men and women and telling them that they're kids. Like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, Roblox's PR has to be like in the Titanic levels of like sunken, bro. Like, this is bad.
Think about that. They're
What are they
implying
saying?
I am preying on predators. So
I'm going to bed early
Matt
'cause I live in the
Kaufman
UK.
and
Have a good
David
stream. Thank you,
Baszucki,
bro.
I'm
Sleep well,
very
T-Bone. Good
sorry
night,
for
man.
preying on the predators of your platform and getting them arrested and put in handcuffs, because I did never want to see kids go through what I went through.
These actors that were coming on the platform, they were reaching out to dozens and dozens of people, and the vast majority of those people were not responding to those engagements, and frankly, were harmed in that process.
I'm gonna show you this predator I caught. I sent a message in the chat and I got this guy messaging me.
Yes, okay, how old are you? I asked him back how old he is, and he says he's older than 18.
18
I told him I'm years old. Do you mind me being younger? No, not really. If you can keep it a secret between us, though. And he does Predator Strat 101. He asked for my Snap or Discord. The reason why he's asking for Snap is because the messages delete. I tell him Discord, and I get on Discord with him, and the messages get right away.
I don't know anything about this Schelp thing.
Where did I
found out about him a
because
couple
the
days
real
ago.
harm was Roblox letting this game exist on their platform for years. It only disappeared after Hindenburg, an investment research firm, went ahead and exposed Roblox for hosting this experience. And conveniently, it vanished the moment they showcased this predator catch. Notice as well how I was
No, dead ass though, Razor. No, Razor. Razor, that's a good point. If Roblox can spot swearing, why can't they spot harmful, explicit themes? No, because like the way that this whole conversation was framed, I'm 18 up. How old are you? I'm 12. I don't really care as long as you don't snitch. But when I say the N-word or something, or Hitler on Roblox VC, I'm instantly banned within like a millisecond, bro. Yo, Roblox, you guys have your priorities wrong, bro. I am not the problem. Get the predators. They need to rework their AI, whatever detectors they have, bro. Like, yo, I've gotten muted before, and I didn't even do it for like, what's it called? I didn't even like say anything, curse words or anything. I just had a stern voice, bro. Like, yo, they really gotta fix their shit, man.
Ask for Discord or Snapchat.
You get banned after saying fat in 0.5 seconds.
These were the sort of people interacting with our decoys, and so many people are becoming victimized from people exactly like this.
They were normalizing policy violations on the platform.
What Roblox's own recommends.
Okay. Yo, oh my gosh, that reminds me, bro. I've seen, bro.
What?
I've seen TikToks, bro. Of niggas using like actual Roblox made emotes. That have like sex in the game. Roblox, bro. Oh my gosh, yo, they gotta do something. Yo, I swear to God, bro. Okay, yo, not a long story, but quick story time, bro. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. In 2022, I used to play this game on Roblox called The Hood a lot. Yes, I was one of those guys. No, I wasn't one of the cringe people that was on there like pretending to be cool. I just liked the PvP and shit, bro. It was just a fun game, bro. So then, one time, bro, I was walking around the city, bro, and I'm not gonna lie, bro. I heard a room, bro. There was a room, and I swear to God, I heard people like on voice chat having e-sex, bro. Like, yo, they was moaning in the mic and shit, bro. Like, how the fuck did they not get banned? But I get banned if I call someone an idiot on Roblox, bro. How do they not get banned, bro? Like,
Roblox's own algorithm recommends inappropriate items to people. Roblox actively hosts not safe for work games for children. Roblox themselves, in this interview, doubled down on one of the most infamous instances of inappropriate behavior that they've allowed for nearly a decade.
I can't believe they turned Meat City into a Diddy world, bro. That's like the most innocent game ever. Raising monsters.
And the other piece is, oftentimes the sort of evidence that was collected, the video evidence, was really difficult to verify, really difficult for us. And if law enforcement had to verify it, then they're talking about subpoenas. And so I think something that sometimes seems obvious to folks in the community really is just much more complicated on the back end.
I'm not sure how the evidence that I was sending you guys was hard to verify. I sent you guys screen recordings of us scrolling through the entire chat on mobile. And a lot of the stuff that happens is happening directly within Roblox.
I never got those games, not gonna lie. I was always on the 1K player games. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. A lot of the people who play those games like Meep City, what are the other ones? Adopt Me or whatever, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. If you played those games, you gotta be an NPC. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry if that's targeted anybody in here. When I was a kid, when I used to play Roblox, bro, I was on the Roblox basketball games. I was playing NBA hoops. I was playing roll ball, bro. I was playing Phantom Forces. I was playing them anime fighters, recently, like Jujutsu Battlegrounds, all them Saitama Battlegrounds. Yo, I was playing like real games, bro. Thank you to follow Fova's bottom lip. Typical. How is that typical? What do you mean, of course? So y'all niggas wasn't playing Roblox basketball? That was just me? I was on that shit, bro, and I was hooping, nigga. And yes, I have mixtapes, bro. Sendo Life. Oh, what's that one Naruto game? It was Re something. No, there was a Naruto game and it was called like Re something. It might not be Re something. I might be tripping. There was a Roblox. Oh my gosh, hold on. Shindo, not Shindo. Reborn. I think it was called Reborn. But hold on, bro. Hold on. Of course you was playing basketball games, no guess. Yo, nigga, your name is Jamal, yo boy. Nigga, I know you was on those games just with me. I probably played a couple games with you, bro. Your name is Jamal, yo boy, bro. We probably played together. Yo, don't act like you're any different from me, mud. But I'm not gonna lie though, I did have some Roblox basketball mixtapes. Yes, I edited this myself. Yes, I was tough at the game. Hold on. This is from how long ago? 7 years ago. So I was how old? How old was I 7 years ago if I'm 20 right now? 13. Oh wait, I could have just done that math myself. Yo, I'm a...
You so fucking precious. When you
hey, don't mind the name. This name probably seems a little cringe, but back in the day when you were in this community, this was a tough name. I Kink Splashes. This was a tough name. Like it was meant to be like King, but with a Q. Like this was a tough name at the time. If you know, you know.
Yeah. We did from the back and drive you.
Hey, no, I was tough, bro. I was tough, bro. What's good? What was that terrorism on my feed yesterday? I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
What up, Fova the GOAT?
What's good, Mbappe? What's good, bro? All right, let's get back to the video. The flick shot, though, that's what I'm saying. I was nice.
And he was literally talking in-game about planning the meetup in real life on Roblox. With all that being said,
my Roblox username back in the day, like my main username that I had for the longest was Twisted Skittles, though. A lot of y'all probably know that name if you used to play Roblox back in the day. I was a pretty notorious guy. I was kind of like known as like the head honcho of Roblox. Like when people saw me join a room, it was like niggas would respect me type shit. Are you doing TTS? I think I have. Do I have TTS turned on? Let me check. I think I have TTS. Yeah, I do. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I do.
I wanted to ask someone who's been working with law enforcement.
I had about like, I had like 300 subscribers on Roblox and shit. I was pretty known in the Roblox basketball community. Not to brag or anything.
FBI.
Box and historical records.
I think I accidentally skipped back. Hold on.
I had an exposed Roblox. That being said, I wanted to ask someone who's been working with law enforcement.
Here we go.
The stuff that happens is happening directly within Roblox. Like for instance, when Roblox refused to ban this predator, we got arrested in Hawaii, and he was literally talking
that was a Gideon video
about planning the meetup in real life on Roblox. With all that being said, I wanted to ask someone who's been working with law enforcement and has been doing predator catching since before I was even born. So I decided to take a seat with Chris Hansen to catch some answers.
Oh my gosh, Epic Mini Games, you know ball. Yo, Epic Mini Games was fun.
I'm co-founder and
yo, Chris Hansen is old as shit now. Fuck. Damn, I haven't seen this nigga since the To Catch a Predator days. But why just slept nigga Loki handsome? Am I tripping? He Loki handsome. He Loki looks like a white version of me a little bit.
Correspondent reporter for the True Blue Streaming Crime Network. We do a lot of crime and investigative reporting. Our Takedown series, which exposes predators trying to exploit children online. And we also work on a number of documentaries, including this particular project.
Actually, I take it back. He doesn't look like me. I take it back.
The sort of thing that goes on Roblox.
I wanted to ask you about some of the comments that Roblox has specifically stated about like predator catching. One of the main complaints is pretending to be a child. I want to know your answer. It's kind of obvious, but the importance of using decoy accounts to just find different predators.
Well, we couldn't do it without using decoy accounts. In the very beginning, we had an online watchdog group, Prefer to Justice, do that work.
So I don't think he's chopped, bro.
It's been members of law enforcement who have posed as children online, merely sitting in one of these areas, and they wait to be approached by somebody who is seeking to
Ish with a big tier 1 sub. Thank you so much for the sub, Brody. Welcome to the firm, Ish. Thank you so much for the sub, man.
Exploit children, and then the conversation takes place. It all happens according to the law, and then that gets turned over. Now, I understand that anytime somebody is not with law enforcement, it gives pause to a corporation. It's like, okay, here's this kid. We don't know whether he's following the rules properly. We don't know if he's running this by a lawyer. Maybe you could argue that they just don't want that sort of activity on their platform.
How are you, my black and breedable king?
More worried about
I'm doing pretty good, bro. How about you, man?
That's what I've been trying to get at this whole time.
Don't call me breedable though. I don't know
You can have a
how I feel
conversation
about
with
that.
young Schelp. I mean, if I was the CEO of Roblox, I would make you an ambassador for security. I would get out in front of this thing and do what would be a fantastic promotional.
That's what Roblox should have done. Why are I don't that's what I don't understand. Why is Roblox so against this? You realize how good it would have been for their PR if they probably just teamed up with this Schelp guy? Teamed up with him and like took a strong stance against predators on Roblox. Not only would it be good for their PR, but it would actually be good for the kids, because like they would be actually helping protect the kids. Like, why are they so strongly against this? I don't like, that's what I don't understand.
A little dumbfounded that they haven't figured it out, given that these guys are in the high-tech world.
It would be bad PR to so many predators on there.
Why don't they get ahead of
no.
it and get it?
But do you not already see, bro, they got a 12 million market value loss on their stock share for making a strong stance against this. I don't think it would have been worse if they went like for Schlepp's ideology.
That's
what I'm doing with you, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
it's not that hard to figure
I doubt they expected that, but they've quadrupled down since that has happened, though. So clearly, this is actually their actual moral sense.
You have to evolve, and you have to keep on top of this technology, and you have to bring new ideas into the room to do your job. My job is to expose bad people. You are helping.
I mean, the thing is, I made it very, very clear to
Chris Hansen
Roblox
don't look
since
bad
the
for his
beginning.
age,
Give
though.
us a private line. We are open to communicate with you. We want to talk with you guys. We know a lot of these really bad actors.
Wait, how old is Chris Hansen nowadays? Chris Hansen, age 65? Yeah, no, he looking pretty healthy, bro. He looking pretty healthy.
And the first official contact I had with them was the cease and desist letter.
It's horrible from a public image standpoint. I mean, you're killing the messenger, right? It's not like you're out there tracking these guys
You're not
down
the same
with,
age.
Tasers and smoke guns. I mean, you're providing information to the platform to do something about it.
One of the major complaints that Roblox had about me was that I was actually going to law enforcement first before sending their report, just so that they would have a start to finish conversation of everything that took place. Did you guys ever reach out to social media sites before this sting goes down?
No, we always go to law enforcement. We work with law enforcement in everything we do. And that is to ensure a successful prosecution. That's why the prosecution rate in these states is, like 99.1%. It's law enforcement first, then they can deal with the corporation. The corporation should be more concerned about reporting what it finds to law enforcement to investigate.
I'm going to read to you a quote from Roblox.
The gray hair won't stop me. Yo, Fova slut, what are you on? Are you trying to insinuate? You know what, yo, Fova slut, yo, bro, I don't know what type of time you on, bro, but you do you, bro. You do you, bro. But all I'm going to say is, bro, not every thought has to be shared. Not every thought has to be shared that pops in your head. That's why it's called the mind. Thank you for the follow, Prinks.
Describing our operations, similar to actual predators, they often impersonate
It is so crazy
actively
that they
approach
said that.
users and then try to lead them onto different
Similar to
platforms to have
actual predators.
really explicit conversations. We obviously do not talk to these predators. We don't
If she can go
impersonate
for you,
real
she can
children.
go
Our
for anyone.
decoys are,
Heartbreak wielded
adults.
flower.
Well, I think if they're mischaracterizing what you're doing, that's wrong. Based upon what you said to me, you don't actively bait these guys in terms of making the first approach. You merely set up a profile as somebody who's underage, and you exist in that room until an adult approaches one of your decoys. Then if conversation takes place, they get
I'm not really
exposed,
tapped
and
into
that
football at the
information gets
moment.
turned over to law enforcement. And in many cases, they do something, and then you report that both on your platform as a citizen journalist, a young guy working on these stories, and to Roblox to take action as a corporate citizen.
I thought it was kind of wild how they compared what we're doing to actual predators.
Well, if they're mischaracterizing what you're doing, yeah, that's horrible. This entire project is going to be healthy for Roblox, and it's going to be especially good for users of Roblox, because anything that creates awareness and a dialogue is important. And you need to tell parents that this stuff exists, that these dangers are out there, and that if your child...
Like, imagine this nigga...
To tell parents that this stuff exists.
Imagine this nigga talking to your, like, 9-year-old daughter or son on Roblox, bro. Jeez. Like, that is just disgusting to think about.
These dangers are out there, and that if your child is approached by a predator, they need to come to the parents. I mean, that's the first line of defense. It's great what you're doing. It's great what I do. And it's really great that law enforcement and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children does all this work every day across the country. It's great that Roblox has a department that takes a look at some of this stuff. What's not great is the lack of connection here that could make it even better and safer. Until that happens, we have to show parents what goes on here, and they have to have the discussion with kids and say, hey, be careful.
What made you like interested into like getting into Roblox?
You know, I was personally getting communications on social media saying you need to look into this, you need to look into this, you need to look into this.
Yeah, the fact that Chris Hansen got involved is crazy.
We saw a big case down in Florida where a guy
be careful,
was arrested.
Fova. What do you mean? Like, what are you trying to insinuate?
For...
Oh, we watched a video on this nigga yesterday, bro. If y'all were in the stream, bro, this like predator that got caught, bro, talking to over 50 kids on Roblox, bro. Like, jeez. Shit's bad.
And actually giving them Robux and having them exploit siblings and other. It made headlines down in Marion County, Florida, and so I started digging into it.
They were to follow Dusty.
Contacts with that sheriff's department there.
Give me a second, real quick, chat. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I gotta piss, bro. I'm gonna keep playing the video though. I'll be right back.
Takedown sting down there. So we started with an interview there, and it turns out that in the same jurisdiction there was a 10-year-old girl who was exploited on Roblox by a man all the way over in England. And so we interviewed that victim's mother, and all of a sudden all these cases started developing, including the lawsuit by the Attorney General in Louisiana.
It's interesting you mentioned Florida because we got an arrest there. We got it in Polk County, and it was a guy who possessed.
Polk County, as you know, is where Sheriff Grady Judd is, and they're very active in this space.
Oh, yeah.
We do work with them as well. First of all, it breaks my heart, and I'm so sorry that you had to deal with this as a younger guy on this particular platform. The fact that you were bullied and preyed upon and advantage of, and that it went to the extent it did. It breaks my heart, and this is why we do these investigations. But to see you at your age turn it into a positive and do something about it, I think is incredible and admirable.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
From a guy who's been kicking around doing this for 42 or 43 years now, it's really cool because when I started on television, I was your age. I was 22 years old. So when I see a young person do this kind of work, it's very impressive to me because I know what it takes.
Yeah, I mean, it's very crazy when you start looking into this stuff. I mean, it's a rabbit hole. Only gets more disturbing the more you see it.
Well, and since we announced that we're doing this documentary and that you are collaborating, I am overwhelmed.
Oh yeah, I saw a tweet on Twitter. It got like 160,000 likes that you're just even looking into the platform. Because that's the thing, people have known about these issues for so long.
Your hands. Yo, I as a grown man, T-Snack, am never worried about another man's hands. And second, I don't swear on God, bro. Yes, I wash my hands though. That's all you need to know, nigga. Yes, I wash my hands.
Journalists haven't done enough to like really look into it, and now it's starting to break into the world where everybody is starting to start to be aware.
Well, now you're seeing more mainstream, outlets cover it. And
yeah.
Look, we have the ability to
show us some hands. Yo, they're dry. Yo, the hands dry as hell. Hands bone dry. Yo. Have y'all heard of hand? Yo, have y'all heard of paper towel, bro? I wiped them after I washed them, nigga. Do you want me to come back with my hands all wet? Like, yo, what's up? What's good, ZXX? Welcome to the stream, bro.
This world, because we've been doing it for 21 years, first with To Catch a Predator, and for the last 2.5 years at True Blue, our streaming crime network, with Takedown. So we know how to
lick your hands. See, that's just unsanitary.
People can go out
that's
and
some freaky shit. I'm not doing
independently, but here you are, a good example of somebody who has done the work and given it to law enforcement. And that's the key here, because if you expose these guys and make fun of them and do a bull
Isn't Vitaly
kind of
in
thing,
jail
like
now?
Content creators,
like serving in like another country, I'm pretty sure.
They don't have to register as a predator. They don't get prosecuted.
Yeah, and I think the thing is too, a lot of the reason why I have to make this content is
just sit down
we
on the
reach out to
toilet to
Roblox.
piss?
I used to sit down to piss a lot, like on my phone, but nowadays I don't. Like, we don't got enough time in the world that I can be sitting down and pissing. But sometimes if I do have to piss and poop, obviously I'm gonna sit down on the toilet, piss and poop, and be on my phone, like on TikTok. And sometimes I'll stay a little bit after, like just scrolling TikTok and shit. But that's about it.
We give them the emails, we give them all the information. They don't respond until after we publish a video that gets millions of views on YouTube. It makes me concerned because if we're getting that, what are real victims getting?
Look,
stand up for piss while pooping. What are you doing? How do you poop while you're standing?
What they're trying to do
Explain
is
that
follow
one to
the
me.
protocol.
Actually, no, we've all done that before. Sometimes if you go into a bathroom, that's like a public bathroom, like either school or a facility, and they don't have toilet. Well, no, obviously if they have toilet paper in there, but sometimes you don't want to take the time to lay out the whole toilet paper. You know how you be laying out the whole toilet paper on the seat so you can make sure that it's sanitary to put your butt on it? But sometimes you don't feel like doing that, so you just elevate like a little bit above the toilet. We've all done that before. And if you say you haven't, then you're lying.
They see something.
My daddy at cousin's house, I never wanted to sound like toilet. No, that too. Like even just going to a friend's house or something.
Refers it to law enforcement, and that's good. And
you don't know where people's asses have been, bro.
Why they wouldn't also take advantage of information?
But we can also all admit that sometimes we be too lazy and we didn't give a fuck and we went to a public bathroom or a bathroom we didn't completely trust and just put our ass on that shit and pooped. Sometimes, bro. Sometimes you be too lazy, bro. We have all done that, and don't lie. Sometimes you just don't be in the mood. Okay, we can admit to that. Okay, thank you. I thought niggas about to try to make me look crazy. Okay.
Wrapped with a bow around.
Well, they should just get those squat toilets like in Asia. What's a squat toilet? Squat toilet Asia. I don't think I've heard of that before. What the? Wait, this is low-key smart. So you just like wait. Oh, but not everybody has good knees though. You got to think about it. Like think about an old person trying to use this. Like think about only a certain, like if say you have really bad knees, you can't even use this. And then what if you fall over and now you smash into your poop, bro? There's a lot of things that could go wrong with this system. I'm not gonna lie. But I see the vision though. I do see the vision.
It's stunning to me that they wouldn't see the opportunity here to be an ally of yours as opposed to somebody who, they're making an example of and saying,
oh, for sure.
The rules, banning you. I don't understand that.
They use them in Pakistan as well?
Citizen,
no, never sit on a gas station bathroom. That's one thing that's off limits.
It doesn't make sense.
Never, ever.
A justice-seeking standpoint,
niggas be doing,
it doesn't make sense.
crackheads be going in there shooting up heroin.
During the course of this, that I'll get a chance to sit down with somebody at Roblox, and I have a feeling that's going to happen. But I'm going to be posing all of those questions when that interview takes place.
To young people who look up to you and see predators in online spaces, what is the single most important step that they can take to protect themselves?
I would be hesitant to tell people to conduct their own investigations, but I'm adamant that you gotta report.
I sit on public toilets and piss all on the floor. Yo, what is the nastiest shit y'all have ever seen in a public bathroom? I'll go first. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think it was 8th grade. One time in 8th grade, I unironically saw poop in my in a toilet in a sink. There was poop in a sink. So either someone got above the sink, squatted above the sink and pooped in it, or they pooped into their hand and brought it to the sink and put it in there, bro. Shit in the urinal, period pads on the toilet seat. Yo, I heard girls' bathrooms be nasty. I heard this way back in like middle school that they be having like blood in there and shit. Apparently girls' bathrooms be worse than the boys' bathrooms, bro.
You got to report it to the service provider. You got to report it to the platform. Hopefully, between those three things,
someone peeking through snack program.
I think 15, 20 years ago, law enforcement would be a little
overwhelmed. Okay, that's disgusting. Rubbing shit over the walls is nasty.
You go to the police department, say this happened. They say, okay, well,
like 2 years ago, I went from a town center, a little quick chat.
Every department has the ability to investigate.
And undies were
willing to take these
the ceiling. How do you get, like, did he throw it at the, yo, man, I don't even want to envision that. That's disgusting.
It's an absolute honor to have Chris Hansen featured on this
channel.
channel.
You
Chris
started
Hansen
this whole
is flying me out soon to actually feature in his Roblox documentary about exploitation.
Whoever asked me if I
with everything that we've learned so far, one question persists. Why did I get this cease and desist? I'll let this alleged former Roblox employee answer this question for you.
Okay.
Roblox you have to make a decision, right? You keep your players safe, but then it would be less of them on the platform.
I was in the bathroom and this was shit over the walls and it fell.
Ew. That's disgusting.
Just let them do what they want to do.
Piss on the floor.
And then all the numbers look good and investors will be happy.
You might just be thinking this is one alleged Roblox employee. Well, Bloomberg is claiming that 8 Roblox employees told a very similar story to this in 2024.
Well, that shit backfired because
victims of
they
the
ended up losing 12 billion
arbitration,
by
a
taking
tactic
the stance.
so unethical that platforms like Uber and Lyft actually have policies against doing this. The reason they're doing it
I wonder if
is
this is going to be something that they just gloss
because
over.
This person received so many benefits.
Well, no, they're getting sued, so they have to face it.
He cannot now complain that Roblox is trying to prevent him from seeking
oh my gosh, yeah, eating diva, bro. Imagine having your job be like a janitor of like a high school or a middle school. Oh my gosh, that's got to be like the worst job ever, bro.
in court for the life-altering harm he suffered. Here's why I personally care so much about this problem.
Who's been offered free
Should invest in Roblox stock. I wonder how much their buy-in price is, bro.
that was inappropriate in the game? Or someone has said, I'll give you some free Robux if you come and follow me on Snapchat.
Oh yeah, that's
or
a method.
TikTok or something like that. Who's had that
I bet a
happen?
bunch of predators do that.
Okay.
If you come talk to me on this side, I'll give you Robux.
I've seen a lot of corruption in big tech.
If you
but
do this,
I've
I'll
never
give you
seen a
Robux.
company
Like,
harm
that's
this
just
many
nasty.
young people at the scale Roblox has. They can say whatever they want about safety or try to discredit me, but
Who's
the
falling for that
arrests
shit?
and their
Plenty of
response
kids.
to
Plenty
those
of kids
arrests
are falling
speak
for it.
louder than
What
any
do you mean
PR
I would
statement
know?
that they could possibly make. This isn't just about moderation. The rot goes all the way up to the CEO, a man whose vision includes adding dating to this platform and defending predatory games like Meep City. It's not even negligence, it's his literal philosophy. The narrative around Roblox needs to change. People have to understand what this platform actually is. Share what's happening, talk about it, make sure
Who let you off Roblox? I'm not gonna lie though, as a kid, I don't remember as like a little kid playing Roblox that anybody ever tried to lead me off Roblox. Why is that? Like, why did nobody, not that I wanted to be targeted, but like, why did maybe I just wasn't in the areas where them niggas were. I don't know. Cause I started playing Roblox like very, very young, like when you could still have guest accounts. If y'all know what that is, like when you used to be able to play Roblox as a guest, that's when I started playing. Because you're black, pedos be racist. Yo, they didn't know I was black. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why I did this, but back in the day, I did make my Roblox avatars white. I don't know why I did that though, but I made all my Roblox avatars white.
Parents, journalists, and lawmakers know how deep these problems run. Call your congressman and
That's
tell
real.
him
That's
won't
some real
stand
shit, though.
by
Everybody
while
used to do that,
Roblox
bro.
puts children in danger. I've been sounding the alarm for over a year
kid
as a
nutted-
whistleblower,
yo,
and Roblox's leadership has tried to silence me. What needs to happen is David Baszucki needs to sit in front of Congress under oath, and he needs to explain why so many people have been abducted and abused on his platform, and why his company is choosing profit.
Yeah, no, the CEO is tripping. I'm not gonna lie. I wonder how this whole situation is gonna end, bro. Like, I definitely want to keep following this after the lawsuits and everything.